as well. I hope that you have some great time. But you look at the mechanics around the cars, etc. You need to have some basic tools when it comes to your car or any other car that you bought. So you need to make sure that, well, you have the inspection done yourself as even a passenger, you know, to make sure that the right things are done. So before you set off that journey, you get all that. So we've brought again from the iGarage based in Adenta Frafraha. Kosi Dagbe is the boss, the chief executive for the iGarage, and they are also across social media as well. And Kosi, once again, thank you for joining us in the studio. And today I see that you brought in a lot of tools as well as some necessary kits that we need to have when it comes to the car. What have you brought us? What do you want to show us today?
Yeah, Roland, good morning, and good morning to our viewers. Thank you. It's a pleasure being here again.
Yeah,
so these are tools I actually term basic road survival tools. So you need
basic road survival tools
so
that you need in your car.
You need in your car.
It doesn't matter what type of car.
No. It doesn't matter whether you are
whether it's a chenchema or a machine.
No.
Okay.
Because I will explain why, whether it's a machine or a chenchema, you need these things as we go through the show. So first on the list is the torchlight.
More torchlight.
Yeah, you
basic torchlight.
Basic torchlight. Okay. Yeah, but the difference, or this one is you could actually hang it on your head.
Okay, like the mining torchlight or the safety torchlight.
Exactly.
Okay.
For instance, you are in the vehicle alone and you need something happen in the night and you need light. There's nobody there to help you out. So at least you could at least put that on your head. Yeah.
Then you. Okay, so this one mainly for evening or dark?
For evening, okay. Yeah, to help you out.
Can you on it for me? Is it working? Fantastic. This one like Galamsey operators or miners and all that.
Oh, you are going for hunting in the night. Yeah.
So this one can look under the car and all
exactly.
That.
So the good thing about this is you actually direct it, because if somebody is actually helping you, show the light here and all those things, but you have
it, so you know where you're looking.
Exactly.
Okay. Can you put it off?
So where your eye is
it gone?
You can. Let's remove it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So you need a torchlight to help you out in the night.
Torchlights?
Yes. So currently,
did you give us a list of the things?
Yeah, we have a list. So if they can.
Okay, we'll project it. We'll project it as well.
We also need we drive electronic vehicles now. Unlike some years back that maybe the mechanic is just able to look into the vehicle and tell you. Now most of the vehicles are computerized. So you need a computer to be able to kind of read out the error codes for you.
So do the diagnosis.
To do the diagnosis. So sometimes at home or you are broken down on the road, you don't need a fancy high-end diagnostic tool that we use at our workshops. So something like this can just help you. The good thing about this is cheap. It's just about $180.
This one?
Yeah, this one. $180. And you can have it.
$180.
Exactly. And you connect to your phone.
So you insert it.
Yeah,
where?
There's a OBD port at the left when you sit behind the wheel. At the left down corner over there. Exactly. Beneath the steering wheel.
So you insert it.
You put it there. Then it's able to synchronize through Bluetooth to your phone. Either iOS device or
You don't have to
Android.
on it.
No, you don't have to. So
automatically once you insert.
Exactly. There is a button here. Once you long press this button, the Bluetooth kind of connects with your phone. Yeah, so you need this because sometimes the issue is basic, but then you need to be able to send the DTC or the diagnostic trouble code to us to be able to tell you, oh, this is the issue. Just collect and you are able to go.
You said the thing is called?
Oh, it's electronic diagnostic device.
Electronic diagnostic device.
Exactly.
All right. Electronic diagnostic device.
Yeah.
Very mouthful, but.
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
Electronic diagnostic device. So, if you're on the driving side.
Yeah, if you're on the driving side.
If you're the driver side, beneath. I see a horn.
Exactly.
Where the light knobs are.
Otherwise, you can just do, if you know your vehicle, the year and model, you can just do a simple Google search for the OBD port. Okay. Yeah, so most generally, by default, it's placed over there, but some vehicles, it could be around the center console. Right. It could also be at the right, so depending on the vehicle.
The type of vehicle.
Yeah, so if you're not sure, you can just do a simple Google search.
Whether you're using a machine or a chenchema, you
Exactly, you understand, yeah. So we also have the jumper. This is a battery jumper.
Yeah, this one is well known.
Exactly.
What does it do?
Anytime your battery voltage goes below 12.6, that's the standard battery voltage for 12-volt vehicles. Anytime your battery goes below that, you are not going to be able to start a vehicle. So you need somebody to actually help you. So somebody will say, I'm driving a machine, I don't need this. It's not always true, because you could go for a function, like I'm here now. I may accidentally leave something.
Let's say you are driving a Dodge Ram.
Exactly. I can accidentally leave something on in the vehicle whilst I'm here. So by the time I go out, then the battery won't start the vehicle again. Or there's also something we call parasitic battery draw. We'll talk about that maybe later on.
Maybe in another episode.
Another episode. So parasitic, parasite, it's like feeding on the host without any benefit to the host. So there's something active always in the vehicle which you are not aware of. So you kind of put the vehicle off, go and sleep overnight, or you go for a birthday party, funeral, you come back, you want to start, and the vehicle will not start.
And it's the
Even
battery.
though it's a machine.
So it's called parasitic
draw. Yeah. So
Drum.
there's some
Or
draw.
Draw.
Yeah, parasitic draw.
Parasitic draw.
Yeah, parasite.
So that's what caused that thing.
Exactly.
But is it not because the battery is dead?
Not always.
Okay.
No, the battery by itself cannot just go bad. There's something, it's like normally the battery management. Maybe there should be a point that we talk about battery management.
Okay, we'll talk about next
Exactly.
episode.
Next episode. Yeah,
battery management.
Yeah,
next episode.
Battery management. How to at least ensure that
Next
the battery goes to 2 years, 3 years.
It's possible.
Yeah, it's possible.
Hey.
Yeah.
I buy my batteries less than a year.
Oh no, then there's something wrong. So we'll talk. We can go through those things. So this helps you to jump start your battery. But let me tell you, there are portable ones now. It's like technology has advanced, so you don't need to carry
But
all
how
these
is it
things.
used?
So
Or maybe next week you can bring
we
it
can
in.
just briefly say it. The red actually means that you connect the red to the positive post of the vehicle that is coming to jump start you, and you connect the red to your positive post too. Then the black also goes to the negative and negative. Under no circumstances
should they cross.
Otherwise,
No
you are going to short circuit that battery, and
then you jump start.
Then once the person's vehicle must be on, the ignition must be on. Yes, the engine must be on.
If you say ignition, it's how spark a car.
You spark the vehicle.
You for spark the car.
Okay, let's bring it down. So spark the vehicle.
You have to spark the car.
Otherwise, by the time you finish jump starting this guy, it would have drawn so much current from your distance that then you have to always have
the helping vehicles. Car ignition has to be on. That's how spark it. You have to spark the car.
Spark the car.
You for spark the car. Leave the lay language to me.
Exactly.
So, you for spark the car. But you're saying the ignition needs to be on.
Exactly. Okay. So that's about this one. Then we have this. I think I've seen people broken down on the roadside. You stand there for 1 hour, 2 hours, waving somebody to stop. Depending on where the breakdown happens, somebody is scared. He's not going to stop. All because you need a jack to just raise your vehicle. So please, we should always ensure that we have the jack intact in our vehicle. So this one? Mechanical jack. We have different types. This is a mechanical jack. We have the hydraulic jack too. And we also have the hydraulic means you have a hydraulic fluid kind of doing the up and down for you.
Kind of mechanism.
The air one is the pneumatic. So when we say...
the red one, which one is that?
Which red one?
The one that the red...
No, so that could be hydraulic or pneumatic.
Okay.
So if we say hydraulic, it means you have a liquid in it. But if we say pneumatic, it means it's air that is activating it.
Yes, but the hydraulic there's some level of pressure, right? So
yes.
There's some
hydraulic pressure. The hydraulic gives you. Yeah, sometimes you can have a combo of.
So what do you advise? You buy the one that is conducive.
So most times that's a very smart question. Most times the vehicle manufacturer will advise what kind of jack to use based on the load of the vehicle. When you look at this jack, at a point, I think it should be stated, the load should be stated on it. You understand? So if I have this jack for, let's say, Toyota Corolla, I'm not going to use it to raise, let's say, a Fortuner, a Land Cruiser or whatever. That is one. So the load, and also the vehicle, every vehicle has its loading point specified under the vehicle. That is why it's always good to know your vehicle. So where to load the vehicle so that the jack doesn't fail, or the vehicle.
The mechanics that we go to, do they know these things? Because sometimes, sometimes you watch the car, you are somewhere, or maybe some funeral, you are just watching the car, you see that some beneath beneath the car. Some sections have
Exactly. So
crumbled
they will
or-
deform your vehicle for you. So every vehicle has a particular loading point. So the mechanic has to know, but don't leave your vehicle or your life always in the hands of your mechanic. That is why I advise that every road user or every vehicle
Should be
user
interested.
must be interested, must have kind of the
Knowledge.
basic user manual.
Okay.
But the good thing is the iGarage basic school is coming.
At Adenta Fafa.
At Adenta Fafa.
Fantastic,
So we are
man.
going to have run evening classes where we'll kind of this thing we are
So,
doing.
so
Yes,
this
that's
thing-
an example. So you see the blue one over there.
No, all of them are blue. So relax.
Okay.
So the first one on your left is what?
It's what we have here. So that's you can call that the screw jack.
Screw
Mechanical,
jack.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the middle one, we call it normally the floor jack. But you
that's
see,
used for bigger vehicles. Not necessarily.
we have the smaller type. So
Okay.
so it's rated 1 ton, 2 tons. So depending on the weight of your vehicle, then you can use that. So let me tell you. So the middle one is a floor jack because that one, depending on the clearance, we call it the clearance between. That's the space between.
surface,
The hard
and-
surface and
then
the nearest.
the body.
Yeah, okay. So depending on that, that one can deform to like a level that it becomes so flat. So it can go underneath even the vehicle that has the
Like the
kind of
Honda CRVs and all
exactly
that.
the
Because they
Chevy,
have very...
the Chevy Cruze, their clearances are
Yeah.
very, very small.
I think
So,
yesterday I even saw a compressor, Mercedes, very low.
okay. Otherwise,
And then I saw a Pontiac.
what happens is, let's say you have the one at the extreme right.
Can we bring the picture back?
What happens is you are going to get somebody to lift the vehicle.
So this one is the which one?
It's also a hydraulic jack, but for heavy duty vehicles.
But we have the smaller one.
We have the smaller one. where
Sometimes
you
you buy it, but you see that it can't go.
So that
beneath
is
the-
why you need to know what jack is recommended. You can't just go to the roadside, oh, my jack is missing, my jack is... So then let me buy a jack.
So
Because
this one is the
that's the floor jack.
floor jack.
Exactly. So the vehicle manufacturer will recommend what kind of jack to use and the jacking position. And every time you want to use a jack, please make sure that the ground at which you are going to place the jack is kind of hard, solid.
So if it's not solid, what do you do?
So
You need to find something flat.
sometimes we look for
A board.
a board, maybe a concrete slab or something.
Okay.
And so you are going to do point loading. If the surface is kind of broader, you have a very big surface area, contact area, so that thing is not going to sink into the ground. So don't just go and take maybe
Some smaller slab.
a smaller slab like this and
put
put
this
this
one
on it. No, so pressure, force over area. The area is too small, so it's like the same force is going to push that thing into the ground. So
Pressure, force over area.
Exactly.
Fantastic, my student. So then the jacks,
And let me say-
the jacks, which one is easier to use? Because this one, like the chalet sometimes.
Yeah. You need to eat a lot before.
So bring the jacks again, because this is a very important question.
Okay.
Which one is easier to use?
Among these three, the middle one is easier to use because that's a floor jack, and it normally comes with a long arm. There was a picture
And
with
earlier,
a
the red one.
Exactly. It actually comes with a long arm, and the longer the arm,
Like a stick.
exactly. In physics, we call something moment.
Yes.
Yeah, force times the perpendicular radius. So the longer the perpendicular area, the less effort you apply for that vehicle to go up. So among those three, the floor jack is easier to use. Then the other one is the hydraulic.
That one too is okay.
That one
easier.
is easier. But this one,
So the second and third are easier to use than this one.
Than
this one
this
is
one.
Namdade.
exactly.
This one you need Banku.
Exactly. But then technology, as I said, has improved. So now we have electric jacks.
So this is an electric jack.
Not this. Not we haven't got this.
The way you pointed at it. I thought.
Okay, sorry. This is an inflator. The electric jack is not here. So we have electric jack that you can connect to the battery, and you just press a button, then it raises the vehicle. You just be watching.
So where do you connect it to? So an electronic.
All right. So there are two connecting points. Some of them will come with prongs like this that you have to connect to the battery.
Okay.
Others will come with you connect them to the
AV
electric, or what we normally call the cigarette smoker. It's like those days, the pot.
But they still use it for smoking.
Yes. Okay. These days people don't smoke a lot, so in their vehicles. I mean,
You're not on TikTok.
So that's about it. And okay, before we move away from the jack, please do not jack your vehicle and just go underneath it to do something, because the jack can.
You're saying that. You're saying that
it's very important.
I shouldn't go under the vehicle whilst the jack is there.
Yes, you need to do something else to make sure that the vehicle is stable before you go underneath. Otherwise, the jack can topple, and especially if the ground, you have loose formations in the sense that the surface is not hard. You have sand and all those things.
So this is educative.
So what you have to do is, we call something a jack stand, but we don't advise people to carry jack stands in their vehicles, because you can find.
How is that like?
Jack stand is a mechanical support that when you go to the very good garages, I think maybe if they can
jack stand, okay.
Jack stand.
So we can get the picture.
It's a mechanical support. After jacking your vehicle, you need to put that underneath the vehicle and make sure that the load, you release the load gradually onto the jack stand rather, instead of the jack.
Is it why sometimes when we go to the mechanic shop, sometimes they have a wood or bullocks?
Exactly.
That is what they are improvising as jack stand.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
Exactly.
Please bring the next image we wanted to put on. I want you to explain something.
Okay.
Coco, let's do that. This one. This is the electronic thing, the box.
Exactly. This is the electric or electric jack. So you just connect that one then.
This is easier. This
Exactly.
This one no banku.
So this is an example of the jack stand. So with
all these things are in Ghana. They sell them in
Ghana. These ones are in Ghana, but I've seen the ones I've seen. I've had some safety concerns about them. You see, when you look closely into this picture, there's a pin.
Yes,
it's a silver pin.
Yeah. The one with a chain.
Exactly. That's a safety protection for this jack stand. But the ones I've seen in Abosokai mostly don't have this. So this particular thing, I've had to bring mine to the kind of import mine from the US. Every time we need it, we bring it from the, because if that pin is not there, you could be underneath the vehicle. Somebody could be walking around, or somebody could be doing something. Then once the leg touches that handle, the vehicle comes.
So the advice is always, for a safety jack, you need to have or buy the one that has a pin.
Exactly.
A safety pin.
Always have a pin.
Okay.
All right.
Now, there's a conversation about sometimes you need, you know, the bolt and nut. You need the spanners and those things.
Yes.
How do
we have the basic mechanical toolbox over here. I'm not advising that you buy a box as big as this, but if you can, then you are safe.
So this one is the basic one.
Exactly. So you have all your tools you need. You have the
everything is here.
Everything is here. Adjustable spanner. Adjustable ply. You have the long nose ply. You have your screwdriver. You have your sockets in different sizes.
Okay.
And you also have what we call the ratchet. Instead of going manpower one after the other, it's like you have a screw mechanism here. Then, so you need this, because sometimes even if you yourself you can't use these things. Once you have them in your vehicle, somebody, another road user, either a pedestrian or who has knowledge, can help you out. But hey, I had an experience one done traveling to Cape Coast for a funeral, and something happened. I stopped. I wanted to start, then the vehicle will not start. I wanted 10 size 10 spanner to kind of lose something. We stood there for 2 hours.
This one, size 10.
Size 10, just this. We stood there for 10 hours.
Asking.
They said there was no mechanic around that village, so somebody had to carry motor and go to, I think, the next 2 villages to look for this for us. So
get a size 10.
Please get this, especially for size 10. That's the standard nut for your battery. So if you know you don't use very good battery, always have size 10 in your vehicle, because you may need that.
So let's say a typical tools box like this.
Exactly.
Or let's say basic tools box. How much does it cost, or accessory cost? Or we have some in miniature forms.
Exactly. This is one of the quality ones. Obviously not bought from here. So you could have this in the region of $250, $300. Not very expensive, but now that
yes, true. The dollar is now 13.
Running through the
but
roof.
It's not expensive.
No.
Okay.
Comparing to what it would do for you, you at least say this is not expensive.
So the $100, so it means 1,345. So let's say 1,004. Okay. So approximately you need around some 4,500 to be able to purchase
exactly.
it. Yeah, but they have smaller ones. I've seen smaller
ones. There are smaller ones.
So which you can have only a size 10 up to
exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
All right. Then I've seen that in all of this you also have this one. This is called wheel spanner.
Yeah, that's a wheel spanner.
Okay.
If
why is it crossed?
So this is universal because you have it in different sizes.
Okay.
Because this is what you see 17 millimeters is here, 23 millimeters. So depending on the size of your lug nut or what we call the
stock or
the wheel bolt.
Stud. Okay.
The stud is the one the nut goes on.
The rod, okay.
Yeah, but technically it's called a lug nut. So
lug nut.
Yes. So it's like depending on the size or the vehicle you are driving. This is a universal one. You can just grab this and you are safe to go.
So, because usually for you at the iGarage, Adenta Frafrahab, when I come to your shop and I only have this, which typically you find, Mike, I have this, and then which one? The other one do I have? And those ones. So, what would you advise me that I should? And then let's say the jack. Would you advise me I should get more tools?
Exactly. And that's the education we pass on to our vehicle owners. Because, users, for instance, when we have to recover you in the event of a breakdown, it's expensive to you and sometimes it's needless. Because there are times you are sleeping, 11 o'clock, somebody calls you, my vehicle is broken down here. Maybe it's just something basic that the person can do himself and move on. But because the basic tools are not there, you actually cannot do it. For instance, let me give you an example.
Please do.
I think I had a call last week Wednesday from Tema. Somebody got up in the morning, wanted to start her vehicle, and the vehicle will not start again. So she called me. But then my schedules were so tight that I couldn't go Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
So the car was not moving? The
car was not moving. She trusted that I needed to come and touch the vehicle. She didn't want to actually. So Sunday afternoon, I got there.
It was so basic.
You know what happened?
No.
I only connected my diagnostic tool. Then I realized that battery voltage was 7.6.
Okay.
So then I told her, no, with 7.6, the car will not start. So we picked another battery, put on the vehicle, and the car started.
You know what? Next week we'll do the what do you call it?
The battery management. Yeah,
battery management. What type of battery you need? How you need to manage it?
Types of batteries
and all that.
People are losing their batteries
Say
prematurely.
when you are putting the car into ignition, the sound is not too there. You know that maybe is it your starter or your
exactly all those things.
You'll learn it next week.
We'll go through.
Now this one is. Because of DVLA and then the police, so
no, it's for ourselves.
Yes,
not
I understand. So we're used to it. So we always have it in the car.
Exactly. I think.
But why is it important?
I think just last week I overheard a friend saying he lost a classmate on the
Abeka. Is it BB? BB.
Yeah.
May your soul rest in peace.
Exactly. So bad.
He ran into a stationary car.
Exactly. Somebody ran into a station. So
somebody ran into, and then he also ramped into it.
That was the story I heard anyway. Yeah, and I think
same thing to Kwame Eugene too.
I know a lot of people who run into vehicles and have had to kind of lose their lives needlessly. So when you have this, the good thing is this has a reflector. We have some LEDs inside.
But this is the basic one, right?
Basic one.
All of them have the
LEDs
this one, and everything.
Yeah, this one has it. So that's why we have this. That's why we have this cable. So this cable extends, I think, almost 10 meters from your vehicle, because according to DVLA, you have to position this thing a certain distance from your vehicle, because we call something last week we spoke about
20 meters. Also.
We spoke about I think reaction distance the last episode. So if you are driving, you see this. It's your reaction. I've seen something, I have to stop. Then the stopping distance all come into play. So you see most drivers positioning this very close to the vehicle, even in curve. You could see this. It's not the best. You can see this and still run into the vehicle.
What about here? Then we use especially the bigger articulated trucks, the heavy duty cars.
Yeah.
they put Kufuor gallon, then they put safety. You've seen it practically.
I've
because
seen
I
this.
use the motorway all the time.
Exactly,
So,
I've seen it.
because that's the first one of the 3 scenarios I'm about to paint. Then they put a safety vest on the Kufuor gallon.
On the Kufuor gallon.
So that one too is not supposed to.
It's so bad, so bad.
What
so
about
bad.
the grass?
See, in the event or in the situation that you have nothing, at least you have to improvise. So this is the ideal situation. But in case you don't have anything to use, you still have to kind of signal people. So sometimes people even put human watch. It's like somebody who stands
On the motorway, they are there.
distances away from the vehicle. When you are coming, it's waving something for you to slow down. So in the ideal situation, this is what you need. Because, for instance, you are traveling alone, which sometimes I do. Then something happens. You don't have anybody, the luxury of somebody standing somewhere waving. You have to go into the grass, into the bush to maybe pick some grasses or whatever. You may not have Kufuor gallon over there. But then go into the bush to the risk exit. What if you meet a snake or something there? So the ideal thing is just to have this in your vehicle and you are good to go.
All right. So
then
this generator you have here.
The inflator.
It's not a generator.
No. See, the thing the organizers do for us. The thing about, okay, my tire is down, please put some more air in it for you. So let's say tire compressor or whatever. So what happens is you just connect this to your battery again, then you have the compressor kicking in. So you normally will have the flexible hose attached to it that connects to the...
the hose.
Yeah,
okay.
The hose connects to it, that connects to your tire. Then you are able to just, within minutes, you are good to go.
Okay, and until you get to the nearest...
exactly. The nearest organizer to actually seek for proper...
The nearest what?
Organizer. To kind of get proper help. Yeah.
Organizer.
Yes, please. Those who work on your tires.
All right. All right.
So
how do we reach you then?
Adenta Frafra, but we are on, if you do simple Google search, the iGarage, we are there. If you you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram. So Google search the iGarage. We have our numbers, everything over there. So you don't need to bother yourself.
So next week, you promise us we're coming to do battery management.
Yes,
very important.
Yes, we do battery management.
I lost battery recently. I didn't think I had to lose it.
No. So there are basic things we can tell you. Then
fantastic.
It will help you to prolong the lifespan of your battery. All right. So
Osi from the iGarage. Thank you very much. Well, we have the big conversation coming up. Cookie Tea with King Paluta is up next. Stay with us. We'll be right back.